Okay, I think we're live. Are we live? We're probably live. It's been a while since I've streamed. I'm a lot used to it. Hi. Hope everyone is doing well. Give it a moment for some more people to hop on in. Yay! Hey, how you doing, man? You good? Thank you for joining. As you can see, we got pretty far last time, Charlie. We made a map. We made most of a whole map. I think this time we're going to be going in a little more detail on a couple of the areas. So just gonna wait for a couple more people to get in here. I know there's some more people who want to attend today, so they should be swinging on by soon. How have you been, Charlie? Hope you've been doing well. Watch Chunks after the stream. Oh, hey. Yeah. This is all now on the website as well. That's the thing. We're going to be adding more and more detail as time goes on. Sending some hugs out. Right, cool. I mean, I guess the question today is, where do we want to start? Hey, Effect. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Yeah, question of the day. Where are we starting? What area would we like to zoom in on first? Because I think that's the best place to start today. So let's really look at our civilization. From just a quick recap for last time, we decided that Lun and Alovo are going to be two different elvish nations, the Dawn Elves and the Dusk Elves. We're not using traditional races here. We're going to be homebrewing a bunch of races. That's going to be a very helpful effect start at the start. We're going to be homebrewing races and creatures and all sorts of stuff, as well as using stuff from traditional RPG systems such as D&D. So it's going to be a bit of a mix, but we did decide these are going to be two elvish peoples at war. And I think we decided as well last time that they would both worship the Goddess of Dawn and the God of Dusk, who were twins. We agree on that too. So it's kind of like conflicting ideologies, as it were. So that's what little information we've started a bit on these two already. Everything else is still just undecided, other than the fact that Artog is going to be a kind of orcish nation, and that Prain was a human nation that we like predominantly in terms of how they structure. So other than that, we really have fuck all to go on. The Great Divide we've got some fun information about as well in terms of quicksand rivers and things like that. Where you'd roughly start a campaign and what interests you the most. We haven't talked about that yet. So, we also have the Wildheart Concord. These guys are druids that we know that this is entirely wilderness, just left to grow. And the druids live on this mountain here. Another thing we decided, obviously, is that the Great Divide was created using divine magic to stop a war between North and South thousands and thousands of years prior. And that, yeah, we might have some hidden civilizations and cities and ruins and stuff in this area as well. And some crazy people is also a thing we might have decided on. So really it's what interests you guys the most. Like, what do you have anything from what I just said there? Does anything grip you more than, say, another area? And we decided the blue scale meadows are named so because the light reflecting off of the mountain ranges to the north casts blue shadows over the grassland. So a little bit more information there. We also have some history about the Eternal Plains, is that the river, one of the rivers in the Eternal Plains is about, it has the dead in it, I believe it's called. We said it kind of like a yearly event or some kind of event every year or every month, we haven't decided yet, where the veil between the ethereal plane and the material plane becomes really thin and creatures and wraiths and shit come through. So that we know about the Eternal Plains. I think that's all the information we've actually written about places so far. Again, all of this can be found on the website at the moment. but obviously it's very, very lacking in detail, so we need to go in a bit more on that. So yeah, someone just shout a name of a place, and we'll start there. Again, I know that I'm homebrewing a bunch of shit for this as well, which I will have to playtest at some point. Someone has shouted Colabria. Okay, yeah, let's start down here in the Scarrus Peaks. We can definitely do that. Let's get that up and running then. I've already made some smaller maps of each area. You can see that here. Start down in Colabria then. We haven't decided much about this area of the world, so we can have a lot of fun here actually. When it all loads in. I love this software just for how easy it is to make zoomed in maps of areas. Like I literally just clicked and dragged and it made a map for me. More zoomed in, more detail. Gives us a little bit more space to work. Which is good because we're gonna have to work real small. Itsy bitsy small, yeah. Well, I think we decided last time that each one of these hexagons, they are hexagons, aren't they? Before I make myself look like a fool, is your D&D traditional day's travel by foot. So approximately 8 miles. So we're going to be working real small. Almost as short as me. No, I'm shorter, thank you. No, I'm joking. Fuck you, man. Just remember I do kickboxing. I'll be your... No, I'm joking. I would never. So we actually hadn't decided pretty much anything about this area. Obviously it is a very mountainous region compared to some of the others. We've got some nice little lakes, a little island off hit down here as well. Yeah, the island of the coast is really just a fun little addition that is definitely going to give us some areas to work with. Obviously this is right by the Barren Borealis, I believe we call the essentially South Pole. So we can have some fun with that. Also, like I said, this little lake in this mountain area here, we can have some fun with where the mountains curve as well. You know, we could put little things in here. So I guess we're going to start by asking a fundamental question. What kind of people are going to be living here? What kind of structure? What kind of people? The mountains make me immediately think, like, more dwarven, but that might just be my small brain. I feel like there's too much grassland for that. It could be a mixture of people, again, but I'm saying, like, what kind of vibe are we going with? I do think some mountains, like cities here, though, is going to, you know, could be so much fun. And then, yeah, decide what to do with this mysterious island down here. I think for now, I am just gonna remove the... Well, I'm not gonna remove it, but I am going to uncurve and rotate, reduce the spacing, and put this down as, like, the map title. Instead of here as a overlapping text. Do you want the other? We'll put it down here. Just so it's out the way, it gives us a little bit more space to write and create. You get gnome vibes, like the Hobbit Shire in the grassland with some other racial cousins near the mountains. I like that idea, yeah. Yeah, path to the island only appears every blood moon, turning it into a peninsula. I like that idea a lot. So what, there's like a path that comes up every blood moon? That sounds pretty fun. there's some of these typed out. Excuse the very bright screen. Is there like a dark mode on this? There's not, is there? Oof, my eyes. This is fine. That's not how you spell peninsula, is it? No, it's not. But Google has my back. Is there a dark mode on Google Docs? Please help me, because this hurts my eyes. Like for you, maybe. No. No idea. Okay. So we're going like Hobbit style with racial cousins. So we're going Hobbit style with racial cousins. So we're thinking like gnomes, dwarves, like halflings. Is this the kind of vibe we're going for? Gobbos, yeah, gobbos in the mountains, definitely. Well, that kind of works as well because of the fact that this mountain range here actually is on the border with Artog, which is a more like orcish, goblinish like area. I think that could work really well. Are there any other small races? There aren't, are there? We'll just do kobolds, yeah. I feel like that's more like dragonkin though, maybe, than hobbitkin, as it were. Gonna put it's yeah, just so I know what I'm dealing with. Oh wow, this actually goes like really far. Oy. Imp. Maybe an imp born like a small tiefling. Yeah, I feel like, again, that's more of a... It's a plugin. Oh, I don't have the... Yeah, I feel like that's more draconic. We can have a more draconic area for sure, though. Later down the line. We'll just think of an area. Ooh, an imp could be so fun to write as a homebrew, like, character playable race, though. Definitely something to think about. Okay, so if we're thinking grassland, kind of Hobbit Shire-esque, and then have, like, snow, like, some dwarves maybe on the border down here in this area, or maybe along here. Goblins kind of along here. So are we thinking like halflings and gnomes, basically? I feel like halflings are closer to your Hobbit esque deductions, you know? Okay, with that in mind, let's have a look for what symbols we want to use on the map. I'm thinking using some basic ones instead of trying to complicate things with the super fancy. I do quite like these ones anyway. I think we could. Because this one almost looks kind of hobbity. Hobbity is now a word. It's now a good word. Oh wow, we can make these real small. That's like way too small, but we can make these real small. Which is good actually, because we're gonna need them to be small. Right. Where are we thinking the Hobbit, they're not hobbits, they're halflings, but where do we think the halfling capital is gonna be then? We want it kind of up in this little enclosure. I could add some little lakes and things, or rivers. Make it more, I don't know, homely and enclosed, if we want to go for the Hobbit, don't fight me, come at me, kind of attitude, you know? Kind of hide away from the world. Which works quite well actually, because it's very closed off. You know, natural borders and things do close this area off a lot. Very, very, very well. It is very pretty in this little pocket. You know what? That's where we'll have our little capital. You guys are gonna need to think of a name though at some point, so now we'll just put a little note under it. Come back to that later. Garden of Eden sort of thing. Yeah, so like they're just very closed off in this section and it's very natural and luscious and very Shire-like basically is what the vibe is, I think, at the moment. Definitely do that because I can add some how big would this be? Big. Some little like maybe a couple of little streams. Rivers. Some more bodies of water at the base of these mountains. It's not much. Just add some little areas. Some new water areas. It's just my horror brain, but maybe this lovely city sits on top of something super evil. See, I kind of like that though, like this very like picturesque environment, just being super, super evil underneath, and them having like no idea. Yeah, no, that could work. I kind of like that, to be honest. I like that idea. Hey, that'd be nice. Okay, so wait, this is the little halfling zone then. So
oh my god!
Oh, Jesus Christ, that made me jump. I need to change that sound, but it was made that way as a joke, and it just kind of stuck. And my god, is that gonna give me a heart attack. Oh, hi. I don't know if you guys can hear that when that comes on, to be fair. It is loud. Lovely to see you. How you doing? Oh, you do hear that. Okay, that's good. It's not just me sounding crazy every time I fucking hear that noise. Yeah, it was Barnax. He got a black ice and a siege pack like many, many streams ago, and then as a joke I made it that so that the next time he streamed he'd be. Anyway, it was a whole thing. Okay, so we have a little halfling capital. I think we should have like a couple of little, like just a couple of little towns in here, you know? We're gonna have some little villages and cities and stuff. Make them some super cute little places, you know? One kind of like just sort of in this corner. Another one outwards this way. I feel like them by water just makes more sense in my brain, I don't know why. Because these are like days and days travel apart, right? And these are like a very close-knit people, so I kind of like the idea that they're sticking together. There we go, we'll have a couple of them in there. I not like how that turned out. Obviously, these should be connected by roads. So imagine how adorable approaching this scene would be at the base of the little lake. You look out to see glimmers of light reflecting in these hot. Yes! Yes! I love an effect. I love it. I feel like all of these like little bits need to be kind of connected. And then obviously out to connect to the world. A road out to the world. I feel like these maybe are like a kind of closed off people though, like I said before. Like maybe they don't even have a road out to the world. Your halflings have a god. See, this is another thing we need to talk about, is gods and religions, and we're going to be making different pantheons, different beliefs maybe across the world. We have a lot to get through, but it's all from scratch. Like I said, we've got some homebrew races coming in the elven areas. We've got dawn elves and dusk elves instead of your traditional wood, high, and drow. So yeah, we got a lot going on. So yeah, we can even make a homebrew people for this. I totally would not mind. It would just take a bit of more time and effort on my part, and I'd be making some custom tables and homebrew stuff. What do we think? Do we want them to have like a road out to connect to the world, or do we want them to just kind of exist here? Like maybe your players have to stumble upon them in a way. My god should be a Titan race, which are actually humanoid races, but to the halflings they are god. Maybe a hidden road? Yeah, we could do a hidden road. So there is like a way in. Like right up against this mountain. Maybe it's just kind of hidden path along. Like, they're like, no one's gonna bother coming to see us. We could even have this area be like densely kind of almost forest around the lake. No one really knows their way through. I do think we need some trees. We need some forest in this area. 100% has to be a really cute little like grove, you know? Cool. Oh, just the normal standard. Got some of these away. The Titan idea is cool, maybe like the Green Man sort of thing, or big Ents. Yeah, no, 100% we could have like Ents, that's, I love that, that's gonna be really fun. Gonna scatter some trees around to represent that this over here is gonna be a little foresty bit. I'm gonna expand on both sides of this area. Obviously, I'm doing this from a super zoomed in perspective, so I can't have really good in the zoomed in perspective. Let me zoom out because it's gonna look wonderful. You want a waterfall entrance? This is 100%. Oh, hold on, that's easy done. Hold on. I'm gonna get rid of some of these trees. Because you see, I already have the water here, so what I can do is subtract. Oh, that wide. Add like I don't. Best represent. If you have waterfall video game logic dictates there must be something behind it. Yeah, that's true. I don't have anything I can use, unfortunately, to make a waterfall, but we know that this is a waterfall entrance to civilization. No need to even question it. There we go, more like that. Still not. We have like this big waterfall and then going through it's actually like a road. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, cool. Game devs have spoken. If there is a waterfall, there is something behind it. I love that though. I love little hidden little quirks like that and stuff though. Players themselves if they tint it behind it. Yeah, look, it's not our fault if the players are not acting like true gamers and checking behind every waterfall, down every dead-end path, okay? You know, they're missing out, but that's on them, you know? It's on them. So I feel like this is almost like a mini civilization within the civilization that they don't know about. And so for that, I'm gonna actually designate it its own civilization. And which one? Stamps, terrain, HD. Where's that one? Oh, regional. Regional, got it. Perfect, thank you. Oh damn, these are like big though. I need like a mini waterfall. Like monster waterfalls. One of these, I guess. Oh yeah. Just put that there. How about one more village nearer the mountains, like built into some of the rock, but there's still the same architecture as the halflings. So you want like one up here kind of ish area? Yeah, like yep, there we go. These halflings are giving me Atlantis, the Lost Empire vibe, and I'm here for it. Yes. So remembering that each one of these hexagons is about 1 day's on foot travel in D&D. So D&D designates that, isn't it? What, about 8 miles? Charlie, correct me here. You are the master of knowing things. I turn to you. I think it's about 8 miles though. You think I'm right. Okay, I'm gonna trust your logic. I think it's about 8 miles. I'll correct myself in future episodes if we find out otherwise. Long walk for their short legs. Yeah, I know. But they'll have their own little, like, animals in here. I'm sure they'll have, like, donkeys and mules and things. We can make that work. Giant pack boars, 100% yes. Okay, we're just gonna say... Just so I don't forget. Oh yeah, and I'll write that they have giant pack boars too. If I can get the right page. I enjoy the little four-way crossing. I can imagine a delusional witch gnome being like, give me 12 shillings and you may pass the great splitting young traveller. It's cute. There's a little area here having some kind of thing that lives there. Yeah, 100% could go with that. Okay, so we need some names for some of these places. Does village have an eye in it? How do you spell it? It does have another eye in it, right? I say as if I'm totally not asking a chat full of people who probably don't know. That's fine. Can't type. The Weekend Woad. I love that as a name for this little wooded area. That a little bit more. Not too much though. I think maybe I'll expand on this side. I'm gonna save this before it gets really mad at me for not saving. So halfling people have like simple names, don't they? In generally in most areas, is that what our people are gonna be like? Are our halflings traditional halflings, or are they a bit more whimsical? Is there something different about them? What's the vibe? What are we going with, guys? Remember, we're homebrewing races for some areas anyway, so if we want to make this whatever the hell we want it to be, we'll do it. Doesn't matter how creative, how crazy it's sounding. Who says we have to stick to traditional rules of D&D and RPG structures? No one. I love the idea that halflings have their own measurements because they're small. Halflings believe we live on a Mobius strip. I love that. Okay, right, let's get this wood name in. Can the halflings be flat earthers too? Oh god, we don't want to make them unlikable now effect. I feel like that's gonna make them super unlikable. Okay, so we need to come up with halflings have different measurements. And what is this little halfling nation gonna be called as well? That's something we need to think about. I feel like the names of like the villages and stuff are all gonna be like more like names of like areas almost, or like very strange, like I don't know, like Dancer's Quarry or something, like just something very simple but joyous almost, or like jovial, if we're going with the traditional halfling vibe of like them being fairly jovial people with music instruments and just kind of whimsical in nature. Can they be Mexican? Mexico doesn't exist, effect, so how can they be Mexican? In this world. I'm not saying that Mexico doesn't exist in general, I'm not looking to get cancelled on that, but in this world, Mexico does not exist. Now I'm thinking they have the attitude of post-war American suburb dwellers. It could be. They could very well be kind of post-war American suburb dwellers. It's a vibe. Mexico isn't real, we all know this. Thank you for saying that. No, don't. I shouldn't. I'm not thanking you for saying that. Okay, right, names, right. We need to think of how these people are gonna act it. So are they gonna be whimsical, or are they gonna be kind of like, we're fine in our little closed off space. We'll let the rest of the world do what it wants. We're here, we're okay, you know? Just screw everyone else. We're happy in our little vibing civilization. Howdy neighbor, welcome. Nice Phil, have a pine. Ignore the fact that I'm crying while I smile. Oh, this got too relatable too quick. But I kind of love that vibe. Like, they're all like super welcoming people, but like no one can find them. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Like, if you find them, they're like super welcoming and trusting and like everything. And they don't quite understand why no one comes to visit them more often. And they don't like realize that like, kind of hard to find, you know? Because to them, they're all like, oh, it's easy, you go this way. That's so sad though, Charlie. But I really like that vibe now. What made them isolate themselves, though? Just environment, or is it an ancient horror only their bones remember? Ooh. I mean, we have discussed, so you can't really see it on this map. This one's the smaller map, but if I go back to the larger map real quick, we have, from last episode, when we developed the world map itself, we did talk about this massive war between the north and south of the continents, which caused the gods to intervene and create this, and like basically destroy the middle of the earth. If I go back to maps, I can load it all up. So this is the big boy map. We just load this real quick. I say real quick. It's real big. This is the big boy map that we developed last time. So this massive sand layer here, the Great Divide, this was like divine intervention to stop wars raging on the continents, which obviously went too far, and they were just like, fuck it, we're gonna go across the whole earth, not just the continent that's at war with itself. As like an aim to stop the fighting, I think is what we decided last time. That is some old bones horror right there. So it could be that they were, you know, everyone was fighting each other and maybe they just didn't want to get involved. Gods noped their land. Yeah, the gods noped their land. Pretty much. Gods on the big mountains, Titans scary, they do not let us out. We tried, many died, but overall we painted in blood because of that divide. Oof. So yeah, I mean, we could, that could be considered it. Maybe in the divide, the place wars the guardians with broke blood wars again. Yeah, no, we've got so many ideas for the Great Divide already. A lot of people have thrown in shit tons of stuff for it. So when we get to that part of territory, we are gonna have some fun writing lore. But for now, we'll focus this portion of the map, as it were. But yeah, I mean, it could be that they were just like, there was war raging, and to be honest, the war, obviously, like, this bit is a little bit further south than the main border between where the Great Divide is. But it could be that, like, the people in this area were all, like, trying to enlist people to go to war and stuff, and they were just like, nope! Like, cut themselves off. Maybe they don't know that the war's over. Maybe in their heads it's still going on. That would be me throwing on the hat there, just being like, oh, you know, they welcome anyone who finds them, but they really don't want them to leave because they don't want anyone to know that, like, they're here. So that's why they're so welcoming, because they want you to come and stay. Turns out the gods have made the halflings place because they're warmongering tyrants. No, I like the idea that the type, like, they're super, super happy. And they're really welcoming. If anyone finds them, they're like, yeah, come in, stay here a while. And they don't want you to leave because they think the war's still going on, and that if people find out that they're here, they're gonna get dragged into it again. It's like been thousands of years, but none of them have ever dared to leave to find out otherwise. That actually sounds really sad when I say that out loud, but tragedy's funny. Imagine how terrifying it would be if a lost clan of little people don't let you leave. I mean, that's the vibe. So there's some members of the Japanese army after World War II. Yeah, basically, Charlie, basically, but much happier. Much, much happier. Okay, so we'll say that they believe that the war's still going on, right? Snow White vibed them with that though, yeah. They get hostile, but in a welcoming way, eerie kindness. Yeah, exactly that kind of vibe. Like, you find this place and you think it's a really sweet, really enchanting place, but then as soon as you go to leave, it becomes incredibly creepy on how happy and welcoming they all are. Oh, that's so good for a plot point. You imagine your players stumbling across this. You're like, shit, there's this whole passageway. You find your way in, and then it's just fucked. Now the halflings sound like creeps though, but I kind of love that. Also, welcome, Bana. And what do it's so easy to enter the woad, but maybe actually stops them from leaving. Like, they end up just always coming back to where they tried to leave. Yes. Like, every time they feel they'd left the woods, they just reappear again back at the opening or something. Like, it's got some kind of enchanted shit on it that means it's really hard to leave. I love that. Okay, so the woad. I love that. That's a great idea. Okay, so yeah, so they're super happy people because they think the war is still going on. The war that triggered the Great Divide, which ended thousands of years ago, but they still think it's happening. So they cut themselves off from civilization thousands of years ago and have been hiding ever since. And no one's ever bothered to leave because they're like, the world's gone to hell out there. Why would we leave our happy little villages and things? And so whenever someone finds them, they're like super welcoming and everything. But as soon as you try and leave, it becomes that like eerie kindness of like, no, you must stay. I kind of love that. That's a vibe. Okay, so our halflings are kind of creepy, and they all come from here. This is where the halflings hail from. I mean, there'll be a few obviously on the outside from where they used to mingle. They speak Old Common and wear old fashioned from like 100 years ago. 100%. Their fashion's way, way, way back. Imagine how heartbreaking it would be for a player to stumble into a hidden waterfall passage all hyped up, spend a few nights at the local tavern, then never leave again, and it becomes a 5-month-long campaign section where you can't get out. I kind of like that. Like, it's gonna be a... Here's the thing, this is one of those places you wouldn't necessarily start a campaign, but your players kind of stumble upon it a few, like, down the line. Can we have racism versus the elves? I mean, no, we don't have the same kind of elves in this world, Banner. We're going to be homebrewing elves, dawn and dusk elves, which are in their areas to the north. I'll show you some map stuff in a bit. I mean, we can have some racism towards some races, 100%. I mean, I feel like that's normal in a lot of these areas. But also, what the fuck have you got against elves? Just because they're an OP fucking race to play, which again I'm going to be changing a little bit. Are they still haughty noble fuckheads? They're religious people, I think is what we're going with. Basically there's like 2 territories with each other. So weirdly, unlike most games, are halflings rare? Yes, that's the idea. Halflings in this world are going to be rare. Like, there'll be some out there from like before this happened, before they cut themselves off. Obviously some people would have filtered into society, but yeah, that halflings are going to be fairly uncommon in this world. I kind of like the idea that this enchantment on the woad is maybe caused or like exaggerated by like fey creatures. Maybe fey creatures helped them hide. Oh yeah, maybe gnomes evolved from that. Or goblins, yeah, maybe goblins evolved from them that didn't get stuck. I imagine Dusk Elves to be the more posh in a Transylvania vibe, vampire Victorian England. I love that vibe. We'll get there in time. Need to stop using magic. Yeah, it's cool. We'll get there. We'll get there later down the line when we start working on a Lovo, which is the the Dusk Moors in Olovo. That's when we'll start looking at the Dusk Elves. And then when we go into Loon with the Dawn Vale, that's when we'll start on the Dawn Elves. Could we have a City of the Dead that actually nice and not a hellscape? 100%. That's probably more of a what's the area called? Let me just don't mind me. This is a website. We have this. It's a thing. That's gonna be more of the Eternal Plains, I think, down here. Don't mind. Yeah, this is all linked and everything. It's a thing that I've been working on. Don't worry about it. It's live. If you want to check it out, feel free. But there's fuck all on there right now because we're still building it. Just like a zombie who wants to have a skull with you. I love that vibe. But yeah, Noran already has some, like, we decided that there's going to be a river in Noran, like I was saying earlier, in the Eternal Plains, which every whatever period of time there's an event. We haven't decided what the frequency is, where the veil between the ethereal plane and the material plane becomes really thin. So like ghosts and things will drift along that area. And that could be a non-violent thing. Like these are just like undead who would just be like, hey, look at that. I can come say hi again. You know? That could be a vibe we go for. 100%. And maybe if you travel through that, there's like an ethereal city on the other side, which is just like super friendly. Like they just want to say hi, you know? All the grandfather undead being like, back in my day. Alright, let's try and focus on this. Let's get this sorted. We need village names. We need a capital name. For whatever this halfling capital of this weird group of halflings that never want you to leave. Well-meaning boomer undead. Yeah, I love that. So what are these halfling villages called? I feel like they're gonna have like super happy names of happy people. Just trying to be as joyous as possible in their little cut-off neighborhood. Stumpwood. Short stack. Short stack is like an insult. I'm probably not going to use that. Stumpwood though can work for the little village in the woods over here. Oh, my caps lock is on. We have Stumpwood over here then. This is our little town of Stumpwood. Village. Berry. One of them's just called Berry. It's like someone comes to visit and they're like, welcome to Berry. It's like, what, the food? Isn't that just some food? Yeah, no, I love it. They just have like super simplistic, like basically just describing where they are. Or like shit that's around them. Like maybe this area just has a lot of wild berries growing around it. So they're like, oh, it's Berry. Sounds like Terry from It. Trespasty. The capital? Does that mean something, or is that you just like come up with that? You could even make a little like halfling language. That could be fun. Very little spelt wrong. Okay. Oh, très petite. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I get it now. Sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. I wasn't thinking with my French brain. Ooh, I like that. Little by. Lowest village being called Cornwall. Fuck you. Effect. Fuck you. I like Little by. If I can spell. There we go. We got our little towns named. Last one's by a lake, so the name should have something to do with that. Yeah, it could do. That's true, actually. There is a massive lake here. It's more like a pond. A big pond, but it's a pond. More of a lake. Will be a small town in Norwegian. Yeah, see, there we go. That's what we'll stick by. We'll stick by it. We can stick by it. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm breaking cans. It sounds really cute, though. Like, that sounds so cute. Bloody fish woman. It just doesn't little be. How do you say it? How do you pronounce it? Give me a phonetic spelling, please, Andy. That'd be great. Yeah, there we go. We got a little named area. And what's this area called in general? It could be something really simple, just like the Grove, or I don't know, like something Grove is probably the best one to fit the style. I want to go with like simple names and stuff. See, I'll be being a fisherman's haven, a few odd pirates, but never leave the lake. Like, halflings have their own pirates and everything. We're just there, just. This is our sea. I just think it's the ocean. It's like this little lake. Everything's bigger when you're 3 feet tall. Captain Big Beard, Scourge of the Pool. Yeah, Valley of the Unseen. I like that. I really like that. They're short. Well, also they're hiding, so hiding works too. Why own a land? Same difference. Rude. I know I'm short, but I'm not that short. Leave me alone. So like civilization names we've been. Actually, I might grab a slightly different. There we go. Oh, fuck's sake. Set up right to do this. Bonner, I just want you to know that I really fucking hate you. Okay. It's like really not set up correctly right now for this. So, fuck you. I really do. Okay, I have to speak. I hate speaking. Maybe the trolls are who they think are gods. How about that? I'm talking about them thinking that, like, bigger people are gods. Maybe it's just like these trolls. Effect. I love that. I love that. I love that so fucking much. I have no idea how much I love that. Charlie, 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 Charlie. Charlie, you are the best human being ever. I fucking love this. They think they're gods, so they like sacrifice their people to them. This is so much information about a halfling nation, but I fucking love it. Okay, Okay, so do we have like a troll city in the mountains? Is that what we're gonna go with? Okay. So if we say this is like a little troll city. Yeah, it could be a bunch of tunnels. Yeah. If we say like that's like the entryway to like the biggest faction. Highest peak of the mountain is the city. The chosen ones are those that make the pilgrimage for the sacrifice of the troll place. Oh, that's so dark. The troll's just like, we're so fucking smart, man. Like, we just had to tell them we were gods and they believed us. Player hook. A party of halfling players go on the pilgrimage and they have no idea what it's about. Oh my god, I can so run that as a one-shot. That is a one-shot I'm writing. 100%. Okay, this is what's happening. So this is like the highest. You have to go through a pilgrimage in the mountains here. So we'll draw a little road. Just through the valley into the mountains. Oh, this is brutal. This is so dark. Okay, I kind of love how dark it is though. Maybe they just don't know. Like, they could literally have just cut themselves off from all of it and they just don't fucking know. Like, the whole world, they're like, yeah, this makes sense. They're like the gods and stuff. Like, maybe they're just not the brightest people. Yeah, maybe the leader was in on it. Maybe the first leader was in on it. Whenever this started, which I'm gonna guess was probably when they cut themselves off from the world. Okay, so we have... I mean, this is just super fucking dark, man. Like, you can't tell me this shit ain't dark. Okay, so we have the pilgrimage. These guys live their sheltered lives as sheeps to a wolf pack, believing themselves gods. Oof. I'm gonna go back to speaking more normally now. Yeah, no, I really love that idea though. Like, just the idea that they just tricked these poor, unfortunate souls into just fucking sacrificing themselves for them is dark as hell. Yeah, so as soon as you walk in, your players walk in and they're like, oh, this is just like really happy people who love company and this, that, and the other, and then you're like, oh, but they don't want you to leave? Okay, not allowed to go? Oh, okay, why? It's like, oh, you tell the outside world about us and the war. And then, you know, you find out that they send their people on pilgrimages to die. To be sacrificed to the troll gods. This is such a fucking dark little area, but I love it. Okay, what is this, what are we gonna call the city of trolls? Who are the troll people? What's their deal? What's their vibe? Goreg, I love that, yeah. So this pathway is the pilgrimage they send people on. Weird pink light in the lake that's believed to be treasure. Yeah, we could do that. This tiny little area is looking to be so interesting already. I genuinely want to write a one-shot now, where the players are all halflings, going on the Chosen One's pilgrimage, but they just don't tell the players what it is. They travel all the way and then they die. Maybe the players can meet one halfling who made it back but is shunned as a crazy person. Yeah, we can absolutely make that a character. While we're doing this, we are starting to think about actual characters, so I say himself, themself. Okay. We haven't decided who or what they are yet. How about pure white, naturally muscular humanoids with imposing straight stature, exiles to greater troll society because even the trolls these guys have evolved into are the worst of the worst. It's okay, Bana. Even this music was kind of fitting for this area. It's like, what does it look like? Oh, you know, super calm and peaceful and like happy and like everyone's cool. Yeah, wow. There is so much going on, and this is only like a tiny, tiny portion of one tiny area of this map. I love it though, I love it. Okay, so we have the halflings. The Wiccan Woad, which you can get into really easy, but it's super hard to leave. This waterfall here that covers this road. Go through it to be able to get to the Valley of the Unseen, which is a super jovial place. Except it's not. It just looks that way. But they're like super happy people, super naive, like super easy to trick, naive people. They just don't want you to leave because they're terrified that the Great War is still going on. They don't know about the Divide, they don't know about anything. Because they cut themselves off so long ago. And they're terrified that if anyone leaves, that other people are going to find out about them. So they try and keep you there. And they sacrifice people regularly to the troll people in the mountains in the city of Gorek, where they believe them to be gods. That is essentially what we've discussed so far. this episode, which is brilliant. I love it. Even to other trolls, the clan Goreg is spoken as traitors, bloodthirsty and too dangerous to be left, so they ended up here, finding this halfling society, and boom. First clue players notice is that on top of the towns, that in one of the towns there are no children or men or something. Yeah, maybe they just sacrificed the men or something. Oh, so the halflings are super powerful, Bonner? Is that what you're saying? They're like super strong. But they don't know that they're strong, they're just like, this is how the world works. This is just what we do. Yeah. These are just a naive and, like, really, really ignorant people. Like an innocent naivety. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that OP, because I'm gonna make the homebrew version of the races and stuff anyway. Secret arcane potential. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I just like the idea that these are just like a super naive people who just don't know what's going on in the world. Yeah, they're just a sweet innocent people. This players stumble onto this. Do we want them called halflings? No, I think we should come up with a new name for this race. They're small people, so what of the small stature? We can come up with entirely new races for this world. Do they taste good though? Ask the trolls, Bana. I don't know. I don't know if they taste good. Personally, I'm not into that. Good folk. Oh yeah, they could be called the good folk. Or the Teppy Wigs. That's no, I like... I like Teppy Wigs, it sounds cute. Genuinely just sounds really adorable. Kindermen? Or like Kinder Eggs. It's cute as well, I suppose. It kind of like encapsulates how small they are. Yeah, because you're basically calling me a child people because of how innocent they are, yeah. I just really like Teppy Wigs. I'm not gonna lie. Teppy Wigs just sounds so innocent and cute. Like, it sounds like them. So yeah, we'll call them Teppy Wigs. It's so cute to say, too. That just makes me really happy to say that word. Therefore, I love it. Kinderman also sounds like a slur that other races would call them. Yes. Lots of possible insults. 100%. I'm just gonna add like a list of Teppy Wig insults here now. Don't worry about it. Bana, king of the mean names, yeah. Okay, so we have so much information about this little valley now. Which I kind of, like, adore. So do we want to start coming up with some people in it then? Next. See, because we're just focusing on this little area this episode, it looks like. So let's think of some people, some names, some important characters that are going to be in these areas that is going to be known to everyone. I think a good place might actually be to start with who's the head of Goreg? How is Goreg structured? What is this troll outcast society like? I think that's a good place to start. Yeah, no worries, Banner, no worries. So does Goreg have a king? Or is it like what kind of society? Obviously we're going away from the base concept that a lot of places use where like trolls are stupid. Like this isn't stupid, like this is intelligent. There already is a channel NPN, but all of this stuff I'm going to transfer over to the website as well. So it shouldn't be too long. We're thinking matriarchal troll society. Switch it up, yeah. Change some expectations. Good job, Anna. So Goreg is actually like this matriarchal. Like yeah, so they basically pretend to be gods. So we're thinking theocracy is in. Oh, I see. So it's in like that's actually how we're gonna. How the civilization works. Remind me how a theocracy works, if you don't mind. Because I'm not so well versed on theocracies. Is that what, like, you have religious leaders in charge, I think? Government led by the church, yeah, okay. So, they pretend to be gods and, like, the religious ones, like, lead everyone. But do all of the trolls then know that they're not gods? Like, are they all in on it? Or are they being tricked as well by, like, the high priestesses? Gurula. Troll version of a high priestess. I like that word. Gurula, yeah. I feel like this needs kind of two explanations almost, right? Because we need like what the Tepiwigs see about like of their society, and then what it's actually like, you know, like what's the illusion versus the reality. So maybe, yeah, maybe it is, maybe to the Tepiwigs it's like a monarchy, like they think there's a king of the gods and like, you know, there's the minor gods and stuff. But then actually like in the actual society itself, the way it's run is like a faux theocracy. A Tepiwig world and a troll word. Yeah, 100% could do that. So yeah, so if we're saying that it is actually a theocracy. Okay, so if we say, like, the Tepiwigs, it looks like a monarchy with, like, the queen of the troll gods. It's so dumb, but it's so fun. And yeah, all of the trolls know that they're not gods. I love that. But yeah, so like they're actually run by gorillas, these high priestesses, essentially. Like that's how the society's actually run. Are they themselves like, do they worship anything? Are they religious in any way? Maybe they're sacrificing all these things for their own god and they're just being lazy on how they're getting their sacrifices, you know? What if not all trolls are in on it? Like it's a side thing done by the government and the rest of the trolls get this packaged meat and are all like, wow, look at all this meat, and I think it's hunted or stuff or something. I can't help but think that Tepiwig sounds like tap in my head, so I imagine all of them walking around in tap shoes that tap until loud. It's adorable. Perhaps part of their population is also being deceived into thinking that their hunters are unrivaled, but they're actually factory farming Tepiwigs. Oh, that's so dark. I mean, like, they can't get all of their food from the Tepiwigs alone, right? Like, that's just not statistically possible, unless this is a really tiny society. We've said this is a city, so they've got to be hunting their own food as well. So why do they need the halflings? Are they religious? Is this what the gorillas are for? Are they sacrificing the halflings? Or are they eating them? Is it like a gourmet thing for the heads of state? It's kind of like by our status, sure. Maybe they don't eat them, maybe they drain them like battery Tepiwigs and turn them into an essence. Yeah, these trolls are like very intelligent, right? We've established that. So maybe they found out that something in the Tepiwigs is useful for making something. Like, are they actually like extracting their essences for arcane purposes? Like, are these really fucking smart trolls? Top end Tepiwigs goes for several hundred gold per. Yeah, oof. Maybe that's how trolls get their ability to heal. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, yeah. So they take the Tepiwigs and, like, sacrifice them to draw out their essence using some kind of, like, arcane science. This is a high fantasy world. We can do whatever the fuck we want with it. Their livers contain a drug, or at least a concentrated something that acts like a drug. I love that. So they draw out some kind of essence, yeah? Which gives them the ability to heal over time. Oh, that's so dark, like how they get that. But I love it. So now we've established how trolls heal, which is so dark. Exploiting them for resource, their deep inner arcane potential is drained for power. Humorcraft, and that's how they feed their hunters to be like berserkers with certain mushrooms, blood magic. Oof! I like the idea that it's how they heal, because you know trolls obviously in like D&D, trolls can heal over time, right? In fact, in not just in D&D, in so many RPG systems and all that kind of shit. I love the idea that it's like something in there, like a natural body producing something. Is it like a, what is it? Is it like a, god, my biology's going out the window now. Oh, what is it called? Like an enzyme that they produce that nothing else produces? Enzyme is the word I'm looking for, I think. This is so super fucking dark. Okay, so let's come up with some names. So who is the queen of the troll gods, as the Tepiwigs see them? Who is like the queen? Who is this almighty being? Queen of the gods. Who is she? Let's talk about that. Let's save this map in the background. Let's talk about that. Zaraya. I like Zaraya. That's cool. So queen. Do they call themselves a queen though? Like, what is their word for that? What is their word for being the queen? I feel like queen is it's a very common tongue human name. Shaddam. Shaddam is a title, I like that. So she's like the de facto leader, the queen of the gods is what the way that they see, the halflings see her maybe. But in their tongue, she's the Shaddam. Yeah, I like that. Fuck's sake. Okay, so if we say that, then what is she like as a person? What is this queen like? I'm gonna say pretty ruthless. I think you have to be to take these. Does she have an epithet attached to her name, like Mother of Regrowth? Yes. I love that, yeah. Because she's literally like using these poor Tepiwigs to extract their enzymes, essentially, to make all of the trolls able to heal. Okay, so she's called the Mother of Regrowth by her troll people. What do the halflings call her? Sorry, the Tepiwigs. What do the Tepiwigs call her? Because Mother of Regrowth, that's what the other trolls would think of her as. You know? Because she's helping them do that. But the Tepiwigs don't know that. They just think they're gods. Like, what do the Tepiwigs call her as an epithet? It's not even immorality, just a basic luxury for them. That's even more cruel. Yeah, exactly. very vain thing to murder for. I think we're just thinking that this queen is kind of ruthless and vain. Okay, so if we say ruthless and vain, some basic things about them. So the first exile. Oh, I feel like that could be an epithet as well, actually. She's gonna have like a title like 6 million names long, you know, like the trolls know her as the mother of regrowth and the first exile. And like the halflings are just like, oh, the sweet goddess, like something super dumb and happy, and like they're so naive. And yeah, they're being super vain and just wanting to heal. Birth giver. Oh, that's so brutal. She started doing this because she was dying and sick, and that's how she grew. Mother Gothel vibes? Oh, hell yeah. But birth mother in terms of what the halfling calls her is... oof. Brutal. So maybe she's not ruthless then. Is she just like doing this to help her people? Like... No, I feel like maybe she doesn't have to be cruel. Maybe she's not as evil as it seems. I like that. I mean, over time, 100% it's become more vain. The blossoming field warrior. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, yeah. Warrior, sorry. That's so naive. They just think they're gods. Like, they think they're pleasing the gods. Maybe they, the trolls trick them into thinking that they're the reason that they're so protected in their grove. Maybe that's how the deal started, with, like, protection from the outside. You know, not letting people cross the mountains into their area. Because, like, anything could cross the mountains into there, so why haven't people crossed the mountains into it? Maybe the trolls are stopping them. Like, over time, this is corrupted into them thinking they're gods, but actually it was like a deal struck like thousands of years ago, which is now just being confused, and now they think they're gods. Well, I have to actually accept that, that's hilarious. We've made midgets into a quadruple layered story of conspiracy and murder. What is wrong with us? I love it. Trolls are powerful magic that keeps things out like an artifact. Yeah, maybe they're the reason that there's the magic in the woods. Okay, so if we're saying that they made this deal with the Tepiwigs to protect them from the stray outsiders in the mountains in return for sacrifices eons ago, like this was back before the divide, before the Great Divide, but it's changed them into like vain, godlike creatures. Like they hate, they loved the power from it, and that's what's become. Yeah, so they have this cursed artifact that protects. You know, they think it's like this happy little grove and they're super happy to be there and all this shit, but actually like it's a cursed artifact keeping them there. Okay, so if we say that those who try to enter often become lost, but those that make it through then struggle to leave. One shot this Sunday set in the Valley of the Unseen. Hey, I will be writing campaigns, one shots, all sorts of shit for this that will be available once this is all done. So keep an eye out for that. What is this cursed artifact then? I kind of like the idea of this artifact being like some super like hella cursed from one of like an ancient, a shepherd's crook. Oh god, that makes such an innocent item so fucking ouch. But I love that. Is that like what maybe the high priestess, the Gorala, maybe the Gorala carries the shepherd's crook? And it's what keeps everyone safe. Shepherd to her people? Yes. So the Gorala is the shepherd to her people. Yeah, no, I love that. Let me just review this. Okay, so it's... So, what's the Gorala's name? What's the High Priestess's name? Yeah, added a whole new layer to the wolf and sheep story. Yeah, 100%. It was imbued to protect and became cursed after the trolls altered the spell. Brutal. Let's see. Vestra, I love that, yeah. 100%. So the Gorala Vestra, carries this crook, right? I know it wants to do so. I can't spell. Okay. She's the keeper of the valley, basically. So she keeps everyone out. Makes it really hard for people to find their way into the valley. Thank you, Google can't spell it for me. So the shepherd's crook makes it very hard. Makes the halflings mindless sheep ready for the slaughter. Like they're just a flock of fools. Yeah, so maybe they're not actually stupid. Like this twisted... Like, maybe this artifact originally, yeah, it was designed to protect an area via magic. But the reason it's become cursed is because they altered it to mean that those within this region become innocent and idyllic and just super naive. Oh, sorry, the Teppy Wigs. Druidic in origin, yes. So it's a powerful druidic magic item. Oh, not even magic, it's just a druidic item. Yeah. The elements reject intruders. Yeah, so it makes them, it purposefully, everything, nature itself tries to deter anything from entering. Maybe the woods, it's like super easy to get lost in and appear outside of them again. And the animals are all trying to keep you out. You know? And if you do make it in, then you're safe, but you kind of start becoming subject to this strange society, and when you try and leave, it doesn't let you. It's like, oh, you made it through all that shit? Yeah, good luck trying to get out, kind of thing. I like that. Yeah, the mountains have you climbing, yes. So the elements and nature to keep intruders out or in, depending on what happens. So it's to keep intruders out and to stop people leaving, right? That's basically what it is. They don't want these halflings to get outside and realize that the war's long over and everything's fine now. Oh, that's so dark. It doesn't stop people leaving. They try and stop people leaving because they're worried that the war's still going on, but that's all a lie, like, fed to them by the trolls. Meanwhile, the trolls are stopping anyone from leaving using the very magic they used to try and keep them safe. No, the halflings just never even try going past the forest because they believe that the world out there is still at war. And they're trying to hide from that war. They don't want bloodshed. But if they do try and leave, then everything keeps bringing them back again. Oh, that's so dark. Yeah, so once you get past the barrier, the magic stops you leaving. Like, inside the valley itself, there's nothing inherently against you nature-wise. Yeah, maybe yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea, Charlie. Like, there's this shrine that maybe it can get purified on. Maybe it can get, you know... If the players manage to get the crook to this shrine... It gets purified, the curse is lifted. Halfling North Korea. Okay, so the crook has a shrine, right? The little lake with the backyard pirates. At the bottom are layers of corpses from old travelers taking their lives because they could not bear the residents any longer. Oh my god, that's dark. That's so fucking dark. Oh my god. It's like a suicide lake. Sorry, Twitch. Don't fucking TOS us. An unalive lake? I mean, maybe they were trying to swim out. And they were just swimming infinitely. They run out of energy and just sink. That's... Oh. yeah, so they start swimming. Yeah, we'll make the next place actually happy. This place just seems really happy and actually is super fucking dark. Okay. Yeah. This is very dark. Yeah, everything feels like it's going on forever when you try and leave. God, this is so fucking dark. Okay. So basically anyone who finds their way into here will find a really fucking happy people, the Teppywigs, who just like, they just are really friendly and welcoming, and they're like, don't tell us, don't tell anyone about us, kind of thing. They never say that, they just try and like imply it by making you so happy you never want to leave, when you actually don't realize you can't leave anyway. But they seem so welcoming and so happy and jovial. And then you start to realize all these little things about their culture that are just kind of fucked up. Oh god, this is brutal. Oh, so like there's one way through, but like they'll get you there, but you can't leave. I think he'll get you in to the entrance. But once you're there, you're there. It's kind of like a really roundabout way through. Make it real hard for people to get out. Oh, fact. Fact. Oh, oh no, it's so dark. I'm gonna just take that real quick and just pop that in here. Oh man, it's not gonna let me do it that way. Okay, let me just put it this way. Oh, it's capitalized properly. Effect just is super fucking dark. Oh, it's so fucking dark. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. This is just gonna be about the... of Teppywigs. I need to vent my depression somehow. Oh, this area's turned so fucking dark. We'll have some happy places. I'm not crying. Effects started cutting onions. Oh. Okay, basically, we're all agreeing that a campaign needs to be made to try and free the Teppywigs, right? Like, this is a thing. The game of depressed nerds. Oh, I'm dying. Okay, ouch. Oh man, we're just making Teppywigs right now. Fucking hell. Right. You know, the area will be full of little tiny side quests and things that people want you to do to help them out. Like, hey, can you go collect... I can't tell you, you're wrong, Andy. It's like, go collect some berries for me from Berry. And it's like, from Berry? What the fuck? And it's like, yeah, it's the town up there. And they're like, holy shit, there's a town called Berry. Oh, man. The Teppywig leader has the biggest toupee. Yes. What is the Teppywig leader's name? And what do they call their leaders? Are we going like Old English on this because they've been so fucking broken away from society for so long? Or like, what's the vibe, you know? Shire Reeve. I think sire might be a good thing if we're gonna go like Old English. Do they all look like old gay men and women at a resort, just happy and gay and enjoying an easy life? You know, the type, we love them, big spenders. Maybe. I think sire's a good one, but what are we gonna call his name? What is his name gonna be? Gilgan? Yeah, I love that. And he's like, what? Is he like the, this is a religious society, right? Sire Gilgan Bulbarum. I love that as a name. That's great. Okay, so he's the leader, right? Is he like a religious leader then? Like he's like called like the father or something? Is like one is like his epithet. You all go the same way, fucking. Oh, chaos. He's the head of the Tepiwigs, and he's like a religious leader, right? And then worships the troll gods. What are the troll gods called? What do they call them? What is the Tepiwig name for the troll gods? These are questions we must ask. Daddy Longlegs? No. Valakani? I like that, actually. Or maybe, yeah, stick with the ideas of Crook. Maybe they call them the Shepherds. The Shepherds of the Valley? Valakani? Yeah, maybe we can stick with like Valley or something similar. Okay, so we'll call them the Shepherds of the Valley as like a wider name, but they call them the Velakani, and they're the trolls. They're the troll people. Or maybe the trolls call themselves the Velikani, but like the halflings, sorry, the Tepiwigs, call them the shepherds of the valley. I'm not gonna do a little French theme play, Spanner. Sounds Welsh and I'm here for it. Yeah, it does sound kind of Welsh, Velikani. But yeah, I think if they call themselves, maybe the trolls call themselves the Velikani. But like the Tepiwigs are like, they're the shepherds of the valley, you know? You protect all of us. You're like, okay. You do you, little guy. Yeah. Means the Great One in Bosnian. That's cool. Okay, so we'll say that that's what they're called, and that Sir Gilgan Bolbarum is also known as the Father. He's the leader of the Tepiwigs. He's like super religious and like into all this shit, and also incredibly naive because of the troll's cursed shepherd's crook. This is super depressing, but you know, is how it is. So that's what we've got going on right now in this area. Look at how much we still have to do in Kamaria when we come back next time. This episode is dedicated to the Valley of the Unseen. God damn it, effect. Is there a troll ambassador peddling the myth? I mean, it could be. We've literally just made the most cursed place ever. I'm still a little bit in shock about this. I shouldn't be surprised. It's incredibly dark. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, do we want maybe like a troll ambassador then? Here in the Valley of the Unseen. Part of Gilgan's court, yeah, 100%. He's like way too big to actually fit in the building, so maybe the like, yeah, don't worry, crazy. We've already said the next place we'll do will be happy, we swear, because this looks happy on the surface. Okay, the halfling, they're not halflings. The Tepiwigs look super happy, and Tepiwig is such a fun word to say. Okay. The Tepiwigs seem so happy and friendly and cute, and then you find out that they're really not. Well, like, they are, but they've been tricked by trolls to sacrifice themselves for them, and can't leave. God, this is dark. Basically, the crook, the curse of the crook means everything within the valley. This hasn't gone on the website yet, but it will. It is actually just real fucking simple. It's http://www.colabria-let's-build-worlds-together.com. It's that simple, but I will type it in chat. Let me... That should load it up. Let me just double check. It does! Hey, look at that. That's a thing. we're working on. A lot of this hasn't been built properly yet. You can check it out if you would like to. I've added some information about some of the areas. Made the little maps for them, just about what the Dawn Vale and the Dusk Vale are, that sort of stuff. Going the Dusk more. So I've added little bits of information, but there's still so much more to go on here. So, yeah. And all your names are going to go on here, by the way. Anyone who gives ideas is going in here. I'll add some more later. I already put you in that Charlie with your other name because I was helping use you as inspiration, so do keep that in mind. Yeah, this is a little website. Please feel free to go through it and just check some stuff out. I'm going to be adding so much information. There are going to be donate to hidden pages for things like stat blocks, random encounter stuff, for if you want to run your own campaign in it. That is something we did decide a while back, the staff team. But yeah, if you do want to be down as something specific, please tell me. And I will put you down as whatever in the thanks section. But yeah, so all of this is going to be going up on there tonight and tomorrow. I'll probably finish putting it up on my break at work tomorrow. I got my laptop now ready and working again. I factory reset it, so I can do everything I need to from here. I mean, yeah, we can do a lot in this world. It's kind of whatever you want it to be. Obviously, all the information is available online, so. But yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna come back to this next time though, because it is like, it's been 2 hours. I'm talking about really depressing civilization, the Tepiwigs in the Valley of the Unseen. And my non-existent soul is hurting. So I think we're gonna take a break there. And we'll get back to this super depressing narrative. I think we've pretty much got all the information down for the Valley of the Unseen now. We'll move on to building the rest of Colabria, which I really hope is not as depressing as this. Oh, we'll make... Yeah, sorry, no. I'll add that now before I forget. So we're having... a delusional witch Tepiwig at the 4-lane crossing, yeah? 100%, yeah, we'll note that down for next time. But, yeah, I'm gonna end today's here. I will get all this information onto the website over the next couple of days. Ready for next week, anyway. Over the next week. Ready for next sesh. This is both adorable and terrifying, and all of you need therapy. That's where I'm going to end today, guys, and we'll catch you guys next time on the next Colabria Let's Build World Together episode 3, which will be next week, same time. Thank you very much, guys, and have a good one.